We're doing the podcast first, aren't we?
I mean, I don't know what we're doing. I'm just here to do what I'm supposed to do and leave.
Yep. Should have seen that coming. Welcome, everyone. Glad you're still here to this sorry excuse of a wrestling podcast. This is scheduled for one fall. I'm with Dipshit McGee over here. And we are at the Go Home show for Extreme Rules. Dipshit McGee, say hi. Hi. Good job. The other one's not here.
Surprise.
I mean, shit happens. I'm currently eating an ice cream. So yeah. How are you?
Fine.
Got some choice words.
I mean, I wouldn't call it that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to waste my breath.
Confidence, huh?
As I put out, I'm here to do my job and leave.
You're gonna pull a CM Punk on me, huh? You're not the best in the world, though.
I never claimed to be the best in the world. I never claimed to be CM Punk.
Okay. Hold on. Gotta look up Raw shit.
Oh yeah, that show. Didn't watch. I mean, I have a punishment to do. I can do that now, or I can do that later.
Well, I don't know how many takes that's gonna take. It's gonna be a while.
Well, isn't that the point?
Alright, go for it.
Well, I believe you can announce what I'm doing since things have changed.
Oh yeah, true that, because they don't know. So, this is just for, I mean, things have changed. People have lives. Priorities, if you will. Zell is going to do a scene from the Batman movie, The Dark Knight, as the Joker. It's a specific scene. I'm sure you guys will know because it's an iconic movie. It's been out for 10 years now. If you haven't watched it, go fucking watch it because it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. He's going to do a scene from that. I told Eric earlier today, I'm like, dude, either do the scene, which I know he won't have time for because, I mean, he just doesn't have time for the stuff. Or watch Boku Episode 3. So, I mean, he has until the pre-show of Extreme Rules to get that done. So, hopefully you'll find time. Denzel, now you can take it away, bro.
There's just a little bit of scrolling involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the scene exactly. So I'm sure a couple of my inflictions will be off. But I'm just here to do what I gotta do.
Take your time. Remember the scene.
I just don't remember the very beginning, because I know I watched the scene recently. I didn't watch the Good Evening Worthy Entertainment.
So, explosions happen. Joker walks in, gets a glass of champagne.
So I'm assuming he raises it. Good evening! We're the entertainment. Mm-hmm. That kind of...
He goes, good evening, takes a sip, and he goes, we're entertainment.
Oh, so it's good evening, sip. We're the entertainment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very Heath Ledger. Okay, I should have saw that. Good evening. We're the entertainment. And I have to scroll. Still scrolling. I only have one question. Where is Harvey Dent? I'll settle for his loved ones. Scrolling. You know, you remind me of my father. I hated my father. Hello, beautiful. You must be Harvey's squeeze. And you are beautiful. You look nervous. It's the scars, isn't it? You want to know how I got them? I had a wife, beautiful like you. who tells me I worry too much, who says I need to smile more, who gambles and gets in deep with the sharks. One day, they carve her face, and we've got no money for surgeries. She can't take it. I want to see her smile again. I just want her to know I don't care about the scars. So I put a razor to my mouth and do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. See, now I see the funny side. Now, I'm always smiling. Scroll. A little fight in you. I like that.
That was a terrible cold run.
That's okay. It was very, very off. You can tell when someone hasn't seen a scene specifically. There's certain parts to it, but it's fine. It's cool. You did your shit. I'm not that kind of a person that will make you redo it twice. So tonight's WWE Raw opens live from New Jersey. I mean, I'm just gonna hit you bullet points because I don't got all day for this. This is the go home show, so jack shit. I mean, there's some cool stuff, but it starts off with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins versus Andrade and Zelina Vega. I mean, it's like a regular match? Is this 2 out of 3 falls? Because I know they do this a lot of 2 out of 3 falls.
I believe it was elimination.
Elimination match. Okay, so it's technically 2 out of 3 falls. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch win. I think it's a clean sweep. After the match, Lynch and Rollins celebrate in the ring as Rollins' music hits. Go to replays, blah, blah, blah. Baron Corbin, cheap shots. Seth, Lacey comes out, gives the women's right direct shot as they showed replay. So Becky's like, Joy, I'm going like this. And she falls down. So Baron Corbin and Lacey, before their match, telling them, hey, we're better than you. Paul Heyman comes walking past Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch as fans pop loudly. Heyman keeps walking to the ring as we go to commercial. Back from break, we see what just happened. We go to the ring. Paul Heyman is out with a mic. Heyman introduces himself as the advocate for Brock Lesnar and says, tonight is special, tonight is different. Tonight I'm shooting from the hip. Heyman brings up Sunday's WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view and says he just happens to know something about the word extreme. Fans pop. He knows a lot about the word extreme. The word extreme specifically where Extreme Rules is taking place. He knows a lot about Philadelphia. Fans start chanting ECW. Heyman says Lesnar is cashing in his Money in the Bank title shot against whoever he feels like. Seth Rollins or Kofi Kingston. At Extreme Rules. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not a prediction. It is a spoiler. Heyman goes on about whether or not he's really giving away a spoiler if he's just messing with Kofi and Seth. Heyman says, only he and Lesnar know the truth. Heyman drops the mic and walks off. Cole says Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley will be at Extreme Rules. He shows us his video package. It's going to be a last man standing. 2 out of 3 falls. The Miz and the Usos take on the Revival and Elias. The Usos and the Miz win. Still to come, Nikki Cross versus Bayley in a Beat the Clock challenge. The winner will get to choose the stipulation. Rey Mysterio is shown backstage. So he's here. He has an open challenge. Back from break, we see Shane McMahon with Drew McIntyre backstage, approaching the concessions guy, selling $15 beers to talk to him about being Roman Reigns' tag team partner. We go to the ring. Out comes Rey Mysterio. Says, he didn't take the mic, but he's like, he's ready for anyone. Bobby Lashley comes out. Bobby Lashley wins. Destroys Rey. Lashley stands tall, grabs Rey, and launches him outside the ring to the floor. Fans boo. Lashley drags Rey up to the ramp stage, presses him high in the air, going to throw him through the LED board. The refs come out. Bobby Lashley backs away. Bobby Lashley comes back, picks up Rey, and throws Rey into the refs.
Weird.
Still to come, Cross versus Bayley with Extreme Rules implications. Also, Ricochet will take on Luke Gallows. Back to commercial. So we come back from the break, and we see the club backstage walking. Charlie Caruso stops him outside, just asks for a question, asks why he attacked Ricochet last week. He just tells her to get out of his face, because he doesn't owe her or anyone else an explanation. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are also not interested in talking. They follow AJ to the locker room. No Way Jose versus Cesaro, and Cesaro beats No Way Jose.
Surprise.
After the match, Cesaro stands tall, easy win. We go backstage. NXT Tag Team Champions Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. They mention Cesaro's win over No Way Jose, and then they plug Extreme Rules on the WWE Network. Dawkins predicts The Undertaker and Roman Reigns will win their match. They talk about the match in tonight's match with Reigns, mystery partner, for a minute or so to end the segment. We go back to commercial. Back from break, we see Nikki Cross and Bayley backstage. We see replays of Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis appearing on last week's Raw. Mike has flowers for Maria, but Maria's asked for pickles and ice cream. Michael Cole talks with SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley and Nikki Cross via split screen. They just go at it back and forth, very cringy. Cross says she's going to beat a bigger, stronger Dana Brooke. Viking Raiders are backstage. They're walking towards the ring. Back from break, we see Carmella and R-Truth backstage looking for the WWE 24/7 champion. He's hiding. The Viking Raiders versus Colin Justin and Devin Justin. I mean, come on. After the match, a group of superstars hit the ring for the 24/7 championship, and the War Raiders just destroyed all of them besides R-Truth. R-Truth just ran away. See Ricochet backstage walking. Back to commercial. Back from break, we see Roman Reigns with Charlie Caruso backstage asking if he has any idea who Shane McMahon will pick as his partner tonight. Reigns doesn't have a headline for Charlie, but says the only ones playing mind games tonight is his team. Ricochet versus Luke Gallows. And Ricochet wins. So, AJ Styles is like, you know what? Why don't you say better than us, why don't you go at it with all three? So Ricochet takes on Carl Anderson. Ricochet wins. After the match, Club destroyed Ricochet. AJ hits him with a phenomenal forearm. The Club stands tall once again as the music hits. Coldplug Saturday's Evolve Special. You can watch it if you want. I mean, it's nothing really memorable. It's just the 10th anniversary. Renee Michelle is backstage waiting for Drake Maverick. He comes up running excited because he survived the night. And he calls Drake Hornswoggle. R-Truth pops out of nowhere. And he ends up being taller than Drake, and he calls him Horn. Okay, Bayley's shown walking backstage. We see a limping janitor backstage, and Shane McMahon found the perfect candidate. Beat the Clock Challenge, Bayley versus Sasha. Bayley versus Sasha. Bayley versus Sarah. And Bayley wins at 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Nikki Cross takes on Dana Brooke, and Nikki Cross beat her with 1 minute and 50 on the clock remaining. Nikki Cross picked the stipulation. It's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match for Bayley's championship. Bayley does the Bayley to belly suplex. Bayley goes to the top rope, delivers a big elbow to Cross as some fans boo her. Maria and Mike Kanellis backstage. She's worried about getting fat if she eats the pickles and ice cream. She asks if he would want to get her pregnant. If she wasn't already pregnant, he would. She says he will never get her pregnant again. Renee wonders if Mike is really the father. Corey Graves is backstage with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Lynch cuts Graves off, knocks him, and is confident with their win at Extreme Rules. She calls him Mr. Emo Head and walks off. Rollins laughs and says what she said and walks off after her. We see last week's segment with Samoa Joe, WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, the whole flipping off. Roman Reigns and blank versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon happen. It ends up being that janitor. Janitor does some great moves. Very interesting moves. Very memorable moves. Moves of which one Cedric Alexander has. So it was Cedric Alexander. Gets Claymore straight off his shoes. Shane McMahon and Drew win. It was weird because after the match they stood tall. Reigns runs in, knocks Drew out with a Superman punch. Shane retreats off the ramp. Shane and Drew did look tall, did stand tall, even though Drew got his head knocked off. But the camera panned out to Roman and Cedric, cheering and smiling and stuff. I don't understand. You guys are just lost, but it's whatever. That was Monday Night Raw.
I heard it was pretty bad.
It wasn't bad, but it was bad. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. It's a go home show, and it's a show where I think after Extreme Rules, there's a hard reset because we're on our way to SummerSlam. So
Nice.
That.
Nice. So SmackDown happened. Opened up
Owens and Dolph argued in the parking lot. Owens got kicked out. Owens comes back through the crowd, runs Shane McMahon down because Shane McMahon is taking up everyone's time. He's taking away from people like, Buddy Murphy, Asuka, AOP, all these names he said that I was surprised that he said. And Shane keeps cutting his mic. He grabs a new one, so he finally grabs a headset. And he tells security to come take him out, but he leaves through the crowd. Our first match, we actually got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. Shinsuke defeated Finn Balor, and it's safe to assume that Shinsuke is going to have an IC title match come Sunday. But Shinsuke didn't just beat Finn Balor. Shinsuke, dominated Finn Balor. After that, we had... Ooh, excuse me. We had McMahon backstage with his boys, and Ziggler came, and Ziggler said, it was his chance to put away Kevin Owens, so now what's he going to do? And Shane said if he wants a chance, he's going to face Roman Reigns in the main event. We recap Samoa Joe's attack on Kofi, and Joe cut a promo basically just saying he's going to win the championship and nobody is safe. Bayley and Nikki come out for the contract signing, which Bayley points out that Alexa isn't there. Nikki Cross just really wasn't trying to hear anything. Bayley kept telling her Alexa's not her friend. Nikki kept saying, you don't know what friendship is, all your friends abandon you, this and that, and I want you to stay out here for my match with Carmella. They have a decent back and forth match, but however, Nikki Cross does pick up the win with the Purge. I don't know what that's called anymore. They then recapped Asuka and Kairi Sane's win in Japan over the Iconics, so Paige told the Iconics they're going to get their title match soon, because they couldn't have it tonight, because Billie Kay was sick, air quotes. We then had our tag team summit with Big E making a lot of tip jokes and threesome jokes. And it led to a triple threat between Woods, Otis, and Daniel Bryan. Otis got the pinfall over Xavier Woods after a fun match, probably the best match of the night. We then got Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville backstage, bowling Ember Moon once again. They're going to face Ember in a tag match next week. With a partner of her choosing, if she can find a partner, but if not, she said she could do it on her own. Aleister Black's opponent is revealed to be Cesaro for Extreme Rules, and that should be a fun, really fun match, honestly. And then in the main event, Roman Reigns faced off against Dolph Ziggler, with Shane McMahon coming out, as well as Drew McIntyre and Elias, so shenanigans happened. But in the end, Kevin Owens came back, hit the stunner on Shane McMahon, Roman Reigns hit the spear, Roman stands tall at the end, and that's how SmackDown went off the air.
Okay. 205.
You mean 205 that isn't even done yet?
That is true. We're doing this on a Tuesday because there's a lot of problems. So yeah, do this on a Tuesday.
It's a good thing. NXT is, pre-recorded.
Thing is with NXT, there's no July 11th.
Oh, really?
They did July 17th to August 11th, but I don't see any July 11th. Which I don't know if they're saving something for July 11th. June and July. Let's try this one. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Na, 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 na.
As the man looks.
Yeah, so you don't really need to know. Honestly, I could do next week if you want, because they have a spoiler for that. But honestly, what's there to because their shit doesn't happen until freaking August 17th is their takeover.
The day before SummerSlam, but that's irrelevant to me. Yes.
All you care about is Extreme Wilson taking the title, right?
Yeah, I said I'm leaving.
Too bad you're not. You're leaving with jack shit.
Believe what you will, sir. Believe what you will.
Apollo Crews is back on NXT.
Oh, when does he pop back up?
July 17th. It's going to be the July 17th. I don't give a shit. Because next week, I don't know what's going on with this podcast. So, July 17th. Spoilers. But, I mean, these spoilers have been out since the beginning of June. Because there's no July 11th for some stupid reason. Io Shirai came out. She has a new heel theme. She grabbed the mic, said, "I don't need any friends. I don't need any of you." Mic dropped, then she left. Matt Riddle beat Arturo Ruiz. Don't know who the hell that is. Killian Dane returned to NXT and destroyed Riddle by hitting a senton on him that went through the stage. So yeah, Killian Dane's back. Kushida beat Apollo Crews, who's back on NXT. And Adam Cole showed up, and Johnny Gargano jumped him. They're going to proceed to beat the crap out of him. So they're going to do Gargano and Cole again for TakeOver Toronto. That is it. July 24th. I mean, they have every single one, but I mean, they're going to do another round of tapings, I think, next week for the Go Home. Well, not the Go Home show, because then the Go Home show is like live or some shit. But yeah. Same thing NXT UK. I mean, Walter's defending his title at Evolve. I don't know who. It's some name I don't know. I mean, I don't think I know. I don't know. But right now, NXT and NXT UK are in a transition period where it's like they need more pay-per-views, I guess. So they need like maybe like one a month, like the Saturday before every single like legit WWE pay-per-view, not Saudi Arabia shit, not live events. So per usual, they're in this area, the gray area, where they just need to like fill up seats, fill up content. They're still doing great stuff. You guys still watch it, but don't expect anything big besides maybe like a debut. If there's a championship match, 9.5 times out of 10, it stays to the title holder. There's only one instance where I think the title's changed, and that was with Joe and Finn, or Joe and Shinsuke. I forget. It was at a live event in Massachusetts. And yeah.
I think a pay-per-view every other month would be fine for them.
Yeah. Versus them having a pay-per-view on like, they don't have a pay-per-views 5 times a month, and that's like 5 times a year. And that's
Something
it.
like that.
Which, I mean,
Yeah.
Because their last pay-per-view was what? Money in the Bank?
I know they had that one-off.
Oh, okay.
25.
Oh, yeah. June 1st was their pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, like, June 1st all the way to August 17th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would like it to be once a month on, like, let's say every 4th Saturday of the month. I don't know, something like that. Like, just to make it, like, worthwhile to watch the product and be like, okay, this is what's coming up. Versus this NXT UK, too. They're very, like, in this gray area, but...
Because they don't even have their own shows, really.
Yeah, no. NXT UK is pretty much taking their main titles and bringing it over to NXT TakeOver. So NXT TakeOver Toronto is going to have 7 matches instead of 5.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Or 8 matches instead of 5. They haven't decided yet, but it's going to be Walter's title, Tony Storm's title, and the tag team titles.
I mean, I'd be fine, because NXT shows usually run like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
An NXT show could run 3 or 4 hours, and I'd be okay.
I think they could put in 3 matches and add 1 hour to it.
Yeah.
20 minutes each match, you have an hour.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes sense.
3 hours for NXT and NXT UK, that's a good in my book. But that was the quickest podcast we've ever done. Shit, yeah.
I mean, we could predict now, too.
Yeah, we do it on the same episode.
Yeah, add it all in one.
Yeah, that'd be good. Wiki, per usual.
Actually, because it's still being updated with stuff, I pulled up, something that has what, like, matches are speculated to, because there's only one that's speculated now, because apparently, at some point, they confirmed the Revival versus the Usos for the Raw Tag titles. The only match that is speculated is Finn versus Shinsuke, and I'm assuming that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll predict that too then.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess we'll just start with that one, and then I have the list right here if you just want to work the bottom up.
Okay.
Because they already added it there. So, I can go first, you can go first. It's up to you, sir. And remember, we're starting with Shinsuke and Finn.
So we're starting with Shinsuke and Finn?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll go first then. We'll start with Shinsuke and Finn.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Finn. Shinsuke's not going to get anything. The Revival versus the Usos. I'm going to go with the Revival.
I agree, because Revival's contracts are not up until WrestleMania. So, I mean, I feel like they're going to hold on to it for a little bit longer. I may go back to that one, because I don't know if I have any title changes at all. And that could be the one that I would say there would be a title change to. But, get a notebook.
Yep.
Or a piece of paper.
I have pens like all over here, but for some reason I can't find any. So you both said Finn.
Mhm.
Come on, pen.
What if I'll write it. Would that be good if I wrote it?
Why?
Huh?
Why does it matter?
Because you're having problems with your pen.
I mean, it works now. I just needed a second.
Okay.
Alright, and we both have the Revival. What's next?
Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley in the Last Man Standing match. I mean, this is another one of those matches that could go either way, honestly. Right now I'm pretty sold on Braun winning. So, Braun winning. Again, I mean, I don't know.
I also have Strowman. Because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. I have Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet will win.
This is already looking pretty bad.
If we have all the same, I'll change one over. Because there's one match I'm not certain about. And I don't know how you're going to go with it. But if you pick the same thing, I'll see what.
What's next?
So you did Ricochet. Aleister Black versus Cesaro.
On the count of three.
Aleister
1, 2,
Black.
3. Aleister Black.
Cesaro, I mean, I don't know why they chose him, but...
It'll be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Triple threat match for the tag titles. DB and Rowan versus The New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods versus Heavy Machinery. I'm going with DB and Rowan retaining.
I agree. Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. Drew staying because Drew is making 205 better. I just don't see it jumping back to Nese. This will solidify Drew as a champion because he didn't pin or submit Tony, but he will at Extreme Rules.
I agree.
Dear God.
Bailey versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in a 2-on-1 handicap match. I have Bailey.
I agree.
Oh my god.
I just don't see anything happening. I mean, Kofi Kingston versus Joe. Kofi's winning. I mean, he's not dropping it to a Raw guy, so Kofi wins.
I also have Kofi winning. Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred match. I have Taker and Roman.
I agree. Taker and Roman. Seth and Becky versus Baron and Lacey. Seth and Becky wins.
Seth and Becky wins.
Alright, so, as you all heard, we agreed to every little thing the same way. I'm willing to change one of my picks. So I will do that now. But it's a speculated pick, so we'll see what happens if it ends up happening. So Zell, if you would mind changing the Revival, and maybe the Usos take it. I don't know.
You going Usos?
I'll take Usos for that one.
So our only difference
Usos and Revival.
is a match that has the potential to be on the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming Gulak and Tony will be on the pre-show, so they'll have a spot for them.
So that's that.
That is that.
That is that. And what is the punishment?
Punishment, real simple. You got to review and sell us on a certain pay-per-view of the winner's choice. So, I mean, I don't know if you already have one in mind, but if I were to win, you would have to review, watch fully, record yourself watching it, review and try to sell me on why it was one of the best pay-per-views I've ever watched. And that's December to Dismember. ECW's pay-per-view.
And does it have to be WWE specific?
Nope.
Okay. That's easy. It's easy enough.
Very simple. I mean, then again, doesn't matter to you, right? This is as if Eric predicts. So.
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, like I said, I'll fulfill my obligations. I'll still do the punishment. Win or lose.
Okay.
Well, not win or lose. If I lose, I'll still do the punishment.
That's why I said okay. Well, sure, do it for me.
I plan on it. I plan to come back to this channel and eventually see that punishment.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Well, I'm your host, joined by my co-host. Until next time.
Till next time, like there's going to be a next time.
I will be leaving as this podcast as Double Champion, and I'll be coming back as Double Champion. So,
Are those your last words?
may the best man win.
Are those your last words?
Those are my last words, so may the best man win.
Those want to be your last words.
Those are my last words. You can take it. You can take the wheel, Jesus.
I'm Jesus now.
Yep, go for it.
I mean, my last words would really be, to anyone who watches this or stuck by this or checks this out on a weekly basis, appreciate you. Everyone except Kid Limbo. Because Kid Limbo turned out to be nothing more than a plant. And it was a fun ride until this became a hot mess. It became a hot mess. It became bickering and it became slander. And I'm all set. I really am all set. So, the only thing I can do for this podcast, to leave it in the best way possible, is to take everything.
I'm mad.
And that's what I plan to do.
And I'm mad with power. Well, Boring Nell here. Tune in next time.
Calls that mad with power. That's what you think that is?
Are we still going with this?
Is that what you think that is?
Are we still going with this?
I just asked you a simple question.
Person who doesn't care about anything says he's done with this, but he wants to take everything from it. I find that mad with power.
Because if I take everything from it, it has nothing to do but get better and fix itself. And if the last thing I can do for this podcast, if you don't want to call it that anymore, is help it and push it in the right direction, then so be it. Like I said, if I have to be the bad guy, so be it. And that's what I'm going to do. So you and the other one can sit here next week and think, well, all our titles are gone. Our money in the bank is gone. Guess we have to start from scratch. And hopefully, you come up with something good. Hopefully you come up with something that doesn't divulge into whatever this is anymore. Okay?
Are you done? Are you done?
I mean, if you don't want to have the conversation, then yeah, I'm done.
There's no conversations to be had.
Okay.
So, you're gonna leave a quitter. That's what you're doing. You're gonna lose everything, and you're gonna... You know what's funny? And it's fitting, too. There's a certain video that was posted. I came on that video and I said, what is gonna happen when both of you fall to limbo? And that's exactly what's happening, Denzel. After Extreme Rules, you're gone. You're lost. You are lost in limbo. You're gone. You're done. You poof. Fairy dust.
Fairy dust. After Extreme Rules, I know exactly where I am, and it's a better place than this.
Well.
The only one who's really going to be lost in the end is you.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you only need me for editing, right? It's the only reason you got me here. Not only are you going to have to deal with all this, you're also going to have to deal with that. That is not here. So, have fun bickering for an hour and a half and not reviewing anything.
Done? Are you done now? Is that everything you needed to say? To get it out of your chest, sir?
The phrase is off of my chest.
Same shit, different story.
Not exactly, no.
Yeah, same thing.
No, not really.
Yeah, same thing.
Not really, no.
Yeah, same thing.
No.
Yeah.
You're just trying to save face.
I'm not trying to say anything. I came back,
Save face.
I showed up, and I said what I was going to do. Do this for the fans. That means getting rid of a B+ player, by all means.
The fans you had to make up for yourself? That fan?
The same one that got you smiling. Go Zell!
Yeah, because, you know, I believed. And a fan that believed in me, but it turned out it was just you and smoke and mirrors. The ignorance and the disrespect.
Ignorance and disrespect. Why?
Ignorance
Because I saw something in you
and
and I was
disrespect.
falsely misled by the fact that you became exactly like him. Once you had that belt, that was it.
Exactly
Once you
like
had
him.
the belt, you had the audacity to go put a video saying you're a con. Because you won one damn pay-per-view and proved me right again. Because you couldn't hold it past the damn freaking month. Try not to swear anymore on this podcast.
Fuck that. See, clearly you don't listen.
Demonetized.
You listen about as well as he does.
Mm-hmm.
So there really
How
is
was I
no
wrong?
point
How
in
was I
repeating
wrong?
myself.
How was I wrong?
How am I exactly
You
like him?
came in here with the belt, acting all big and bad in your dark themed room and the blue and all that shit. Like, oh, because this is the cons word. The cons word's this. Cons word don't mean shit. Can't back it up. Came to show the world. And what did he show the world? What did he show the world? That on July 14th, 2019, he's going to pull a CM Punk and just quit. Because you're nothing more than a quitter. You and the other one who isn't even here, you are no better than him when he quit. All the shit you talked. And now you're doing the exact same thing.
See, there's a difference in him leaving and me leaving. When he left, he was leaving because, oh, I want to start this. Oh, I'm just not into this anymore. And then what did he do? He came crawling right back. When he barely put the effort in anyway. I'm here every week, busting my ass with this podcast, doing everything I can for it. And now that the entirety of the disrespect, when I decide to be done with it, I'm the arrogant asshole. All set. I don't need it. I'm leaving because this is ridiculous. I'm not leaving because I don't want to actually watch this.
So, let the moral of the story be that when it gets tough, don't go above and beyond what you can already do. Just quit. You know, DDP once said, because I watched the documentary, most inspiring thing. If you dream you can do it, then you can do it. Apparently, your dream is just lost. It's lost long ago. Gone. Just like your title reign. Just like your gaming title. The only thing you have is a useless briefcase that is going to mean shit on July 15th.
See, you're still viewing it as if I'm doing what he's doing.
Yeah, you're quitting. A quitter's a quitter.
Quitter's a quitter. I am not quitting because I don't feel the need to go above and beyond. Because I'm done going above and beyond and getting nothing in return. This is a waste of my time.
So you do things just to get things in return.
I do things to get a feeling in return. Nothing material. I do it because I want to do it. And how this is divulged, I don't want to do it. There is nothing here worth saving. There is nothing here worth trying to cling on to.
Well, I'm just letting you know, Zell. Once you leave, there's absolutely no way in hell you're coming back. There's zero chance. There's no physical way you can come back. There's zero chance of that. You understand that, right? Once you're gone, you're gone.
I'm not him. I don't crawl back.
Mm-hmm.
If I stop doing something, I stop doing something.
Okay. And just so y'all know that the very last pay-per-view Denzel's ever predicted, he still won't be able to get it done. And he's going away and never coming back as a loser.
We'll see about that when you're reviewing an awful pay-per-view. And when you have to sit here with no championships and you gotta make an ugly red strap.
How dare you, sir. Well, that's scheduled for one fall.
Scheduled for the last fall.
When the Usos retain, or win, I should say, sorry. When the Usos win the belt. I know the exact feeling you're gonna have. You're gonna be like, shit. See, your cats are crying for you.
Yeah, they do this thing with my door like all the fucking time, but it wouldn't be an episode if they didn't do it.
I don't know where this podcast is heading from here, guys, so that could be the last time you hear that cat. But don't worry, cooler cats are coming your way.
Don't know. You know exactly where this podcast is heading. Not here.
Probably not.
Why would it be in my room?
Just to spite you.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live from the loser's room. Loser, how does it feel to lose Extreme Rules?
Just no. Just no. Like, why would you be in my room in the first place? Who let you in?
The only other one that lives here.
Yeah, do it in his room. Not mine. Gotta keep my door locked. But if we're done,
let it be known that I've never quit you guys. Because, like I said, I'm here for you.
Like I said, I'm doing this for the better of the podcast.
And that's quitting.
Yep, sometimes the best thing to get a good thing going is a bad guy. And like I said, so be it. And that just leaves us to our one last gaming title challenge.
One more, huh? What shall it be in? Shall we reminisce in the old times and do best of 7 in WWE 2K?
Jesus Christ. That was a time and a half. Couldn't tell you the last time I even touched WWE 2K.
My last time was today, after being in on the shelf for 3 months. I was like, you know, I miss it. And then I started creating Bray Wyatt's new... starting getting this look in my head of new entrants and stuff like that. Bringing out his mask and shit.
The Firefly.
The Firefly.
I want the 2K challenge. The NBA 2K challenge. I want them Warriors. Because it'd be so fitting. It would be so fitting if the last thing I do is beat the Warriors before I beat you.
What are the... Is there a certain rule? Guidelines?
I just lay out the challenge. You set the rules. I say your Warriors against my Nuggets.
That's really it? Okay. Deal.
Okay. Guess you can update them with what happens.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
So sign off, Zell, for the one last time. My stomach is not feeling me right now. My stomach's killing me. Shouldn't have eaten ice cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the last scheduled fall.
Scheduled fall, huh?
Yeah, the last scheduled fall. That's a now For the last time, I'm Azelle. Goodbye.
Bye.
As bland as always.
Mm-hmm.